so that initial interview is as much as me interviewing them as it is them interviewing me to see if they're a fit. I've got 30, 60 minutes to convince them that I'm the leader and mentor that they're looking for in their career development. And we want ideas. I want everybody on my team to give ideas and solutions no matter what they're working on. So we might have someone on the fulfillment team. We build the team and build their development. I'm looking for the adventuresome side of what they want to do rather than just solve problems every day.
So we are here with Cole Hamilton, Vice President of Operations at Little Spoon, a company that creates high-quality nutrition and health-focused products for children, or otherwise the modern parent's go-to resource for keeping their kids happy and healthy. Cole has been in the CPG space for over 10 years, and I'm thankful to bring on his perspective today. Cole, thank you so much for being on with us.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Could you start a little bit by telling us more about Little Spoon, about your role there, and some of the experiences that led you to Little Spoon?
So Little Spoon's mission really is to make parents' lives easier, and we do that by providing baby food and meals to growing kiddos. My team mostly focuses on operations, so that's everything from the procurement to the fulfillment side of what we do. So it's really the whole supply chain. And from basically how I got here is I've been in the CPG world, like you said, for 10 years, but I transitioned into the DTC world, which is a completely different business model where acquisition and retention are king. I've made that change when I went to Freshly, a great company I used to work for. And it was eye-opening to the differences of how acquisition really matters, and especially to operations to keep the product going and out the door.
So, Cole, we know that the movement to be a disruptive and mission-focused brand in CPG is the way to get consumers excited and ready to purchase the product and talking about your brand. But on the flip side, what does it look like to build a strong employer brand where your employees are just as motivated as your consumers are?
So I think the mission is really just the beginning. You're going to attract the right employees if they're behind the mission, but really what employees want is they want to contribute and be heard. They want their contributions to matter, and they want to see that it matters and see the results, and they want to grow and develop. And really, excuse me, I'm looking for an employee that is going to thrive in that environment when I'm out there searching for new employees, and even among my team, as we build the team and build their development, I'm looking for the adventuresome side of what they want to do rather than just solve problems every day.
And one of the causes of the Great Resignation included people wanting to spend more time with their loved one. As a family-focused brand, talk to us about Little Spoon's parental leave policy and any other ways that the ethos of the company goes into what you offer your employees.
So our parental leave, I think, is really unmatched. I haven't really spent a lot of time looking out there, but it really is amazing. We offer up to 16 weeks time off after the birth of a child, 5 days in the month, just to plan to have the child. So to get life ready, nest, whatever, get things in order, just time off. And then flexible time is something that we offer with unlimited PTO. And that's something that every employee gets to benefit from, which is great. And then just in case there's an unfortunate event such as a miscarriage, we offer an additional 4 weeks of time off just to recover from that. And then there's a ton of discounts and up to $300 of just money that we can give an employee for mental health, self-help, whatever they need to use it on, to continue to make sure that they're mentally strong and confident in what they're doing every day. And then we continue that ethos, and it's really, really, how I continue that ethos among the companies, because not everybody's a parent at Little Spoon, but it's really maintaining a healthy life-work balance. And I think that starts with me as a leader modeling that balance, and that's everything from just building trust within the team, but also little things like if I send a Slack, I'm going to question if I send that Slack late at night. I'm going to send it and maybe schedule it to send a little bit later, just because if I needed that answer, I probably should have asked that question a long time ago. but I can wait. And so I don't want to foster an environment where the employees feel like they have to respond, or it's 10 o'clock at night and they might be in LA and I'm in Denver, or they might be in New York. I've got to consider all that too. And then really just that in fostering that environment of trust and candor, that I've got to be able to give as well as take constructive feedback. We recognize that no task is either too big or too small for anybody on the team. And we want ideas. I want everybody on my team to give ideas and solutions no matter what they're working on. So we might have someone on the fulfillment team that's going to provide a great idea to the procurement team on how we could optimize the procurement buy or lead times or anything like that. So really just encouraging that kind of atmosphere and that kind of environment is really what I strive for.
I appreciate that answer so much too, because I think one of the things people need to realize is the way the employer brand comes about is through the top of the company, really embedding those values into the culture of the company, rather than, I know some companies have gone the approach of having a siloed company build out their employer brand, and it really doesn't work like that. I think it starts with the top and is embedded throughout the whole ethos. So I appreciate what you guys are doing with it.
100%
So
agree.
you've been in the game for a while. What are the biggest challenges facing VPs of operations right now as a result of the hiring climate?
So the availability of candidates is kind of like the biggest thing. It's because making sure that we find those candidates. But I think what we have done and what I do personally is really have a strong recruiting team is really important, and that can be internal, external, or a combination of both. I think the company mission matters, and building the employer brand is actually very important. And then that initial job description has to be very compelling and very, very attractive to the right open-minded candidate to really get them in. And then from there, I have to take over as the hiring manager and really focus on selling myself and my team. And so that initial interview is as much as me interviewing them as it is them interviewing me to see if they're a fit. I've got 30, 60 minutes to convince them that I'm the leader and mentor that they're looking for in their career development, that I'm going to provide them with opportunity to build their career. I'm going to show them that it's about the adventure and not just about problem solving, challenge after challenge after challenge. It's more adventuresome than that. And just building that trust with that individual early on and selling myself is kind of my whole focus on that initial interviews, which maybe I'm a little bit strange, but my initial interview is always really laid back and really informal. There's no formality to what I do. And, in recent years, that's just been kind of my approach.
I appreciate that approach. What should companies start doing to ensure that their growth and longevity isn't affected by today's labor competition and any future labor scarcity that might come about?
Really, I think it's kind of what I was just talking about, but also we've got to listen to our employees. We've got to take that feedback and listen to what they're saying and be adaptive to the changes that are happening. I think with the work from home, it's a big change. Operations is sort of always used to being on the road and working with partners and working with the internal partners and working remotely. And not everybody is ready for that. And even though that's kind of all we've been a part of for the last couple of years, but being adaptive to that, allowing for flexible PTO, that kind of stuff just makes a huge difference. And really, it's important to build bench strength too. And that means having your team is filled out well enough that if someone moves on, moves up, moves over, whatever they decide to do, that you're able to fill that and keep the integrity of the team going and not overburden one side of the team because someone took an opportunity to move up.
Cole, last question for you today. So at Solvable, we're all about what drives meaning and purpose for people in the workplace. So we'd love to know what drives meaning for you at work.
Well, my wife and I are lucky enough to be parents to 3 beautiful, amazing kiddos, and our whole goal now and as they grow to become adults is to make them confident, independent contributors to society. I'm not saying that my team or my children, but in a way, I have the same goals for them. I want to see them succeed. Their success is my success. As they grow and develop and move up, move out, whatever, I'm motivated by their success and how well that they're performing, and how happy they are. Are they happy doing what they're doing? Are they happy enough to take it to the next level? Are they happy enough to make that hire so they can become a new manager and learn that skill? Like, I just love seeing that. It's like I said, it's the same goals I have for my family I have for my work family too.
Cole, thank you so much for being on with us today. I appreciate your perspective and having you on here. And thank you all for listening to Architects of Contemporary Hiring.
Thank you.